So building on a recent video, I wanted to talk about a distractions log. Now, the recent video talked about identifying your high payoff activities, those things you need to focus on in your business without distraction for the benefit of your business. And that's around your KPIs, your success drivers. But the distractions log is really easy to complete once you know what you need to be focusing on. If you don't know what you really want to do, what your purpose and what your why is and what you're trying to achieve, then you will end up in firefighting mode because you'll easily be distracted. And a distractions log is a real simple piece of paper, one line down the middle, who's distracting you on one side, the reason why they've distracted you on the other. And I encourage you to log those interruptions and distractions that you have to those things that you're focusing on. Now, on the left-hand side, it's the who. Who is it that's distracted you? Now, you can probably name those people right now, whether they're members of staff, customers, suppliers, family members, friends, etc. But once you've got some names down that side, you can start to educate those people. You can start to talk to them about how you want them to interrupt you, whether it's to interrupt you with one thing 5 times or to interrupt you once with 5 things. And I encourage people that I work with to have a discussion planner with my name at the top. And every time they want to talk to me about something, to write that down on a list and then come to me with a certain number. Depends on who that is, really. But they tend to then find the answer to some of those things that they want to ask me rather than actually coming to distract me. On the right-hand side then is the why. Why have they distracted you? And first of all, it's really looking at, is there some trends? Is there some signs that I can see in here? Is there a particular reason? And if I was to fix those things, would that then reduce the amount of distraction that I have? And sometimes we see distractions log where the permission hasn't been given to certain people or the authentication has not been given to people to act because therefore they've interrupted you to ask a question. For example, I had one example where a customer of mine was asked if one of their staff could buy a bottle of water in a hot day. Well, for £1, it cost them probably more to be interrupted. But once you've considered whether it's around permissions, for example, the next stage is, well, is it something you can automate? And automate is, and using tech and software right now, is flying. So is there a task that you can automate in that list that's the reason why you've been distracted? And if it's not then possible to automate that, then who would you delegate it to? Would you outsource it? So therefore, it's not on your shoulders that you get distracted to deliver that task, or you're not interrupted to be asked that question, because you don't want to be the bottleneck in your business, and therefore systems, processes, automation, delegation and outsourcing all benefit and reduce the amount of time that you're going to be distracted.